The Los Angeles Lakers made a strategic move before the NBA trade deadline, acquiring veteran sharpshooter Luke Kennard from the Atlanta Hawks in exchange for guard Gabe Vincent and a second-round draft pick. The transaction brings one of the league's most accurate three-point shooters to the purple and gold, addressing a critical need for outside shooting that has plagued the team throughout the current season. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Marcus Smart, who shared the court with Kennard during their time together with the Memphis Grizzlies, expressed genuine enthusiasm about the reunion. The defensive specialist highlighted Kennard's exceptional shooting abilities and professional work ethic, noting that the veteran guard is among the finest shooters in the entire league. Smart emphasized that Kennard approaches his craft with dedication every single day, bringing a level of consistency that championship-caliber teams require. The reunion also includes Jake LaRavia, another former Grizzlies teammate who joined the Lakers as a free agent during the offseason, creating a familiar support system for Kennard as he transitions his fifth NBA franchise. Head coach JJ Redick, who built his own career as one of the premier shooters in ball history, shared his excitement about adding Kennard to the rotation. Speaking to media members, Redick revealed a personal connection with the newly acquired guard that spans approximately 12 years. The second-year head coach praised Kennard as one of the absolute best shooters currently competing in the NBA, making it clear that he plans to encourage aggressive shot taking. Redick specifically mentioned that he will strongly encourage Kennard not to turn down open looks, recognizing that hesitation from elite shooters can stifle offensive rhythm. The coach also highlighted an often underrated aspect of Kennard's game that extends beyond his shooting prowess. Redick pointed out that Kennard possesses excellent ball movement skills and can effectively initiate secondary actions within offensive sets. This versatility has been demonstrated throughout Kennard's various stops in the league, where he has shown the ability to get offenses flowing through intelligent off-ball movement and smart decision-making. Redick envisions deploying Kennard both as a corner threat and as an active off-ball weapon, creating multiple layers of offensive complexity that opposing defenses must account for. Kennard enters the Lakers' rotation as the league leader in three-point shooting percentage at an impressive 49.7%, a remarkable figure that underscores his elite marksmanship. This accuracy represents exactly what the Lakers have been searching for all season, as their bench unit has struggled significantly to generate consistent scoring. The timing of this acquisition carries additional significance given that superstar guard Luka Doncic has been dealing with injury concerns, creating an immediate opportunity for Kennard to make an impact in his Lakers debut. The sharpshooter is scheduled to make his first appearance in a Lakers uniform against the Golden State Warriors, a high-profile matchup that will provide an immediate test of how he fits within the team's system. While Kennard was initially listed as questionable for the contest, he received clearance to play and will officially suit up for Los Angeles. However, his exact role and minutes distribution remain to be determined, though the absence of Doncic could potentially open up significant playing time for the newcomer to showcase his abilities. The acquisition represents a low-risk, high-reward move by general manager Rob Pelinka and the Lakers front office. Both Kennard and Vincent are on expiring contracts, ensuring that Los Angeles maintains its salary cap flexibility for the upcoming summer. Furthermore, Kennard's slightly lower salary compared to Vincent creates additional financial maneuvering room, potentially allowing the Lakers to pursue a player from the buyout market to fill their remaining roster spot. This financial flexibility could prove crucial as the team continues to position itself for potential major moves during the offseason. Smart's comments about maintaining the chemistry built in Memphis suggest that the Lakers are not just adding shooting ability, but also acquiring a player who fits the team's culture and work ethic standards. The presence of familiar faces in Smart and LaRavia should help Kennard acclimate quickly to his new environment, potentially accelerating his integration into the rotation. This built-in support system could prove invaluable during the adjustment period that typically accompanies any mid-season trade. The strategic thinking behind this acquisition extends beyond just addressing shooting deficiencies. By bringing in a player who already has established relationships with multiple teammates, the Lakers minimize the typical disruption that trades can create within locker room dynamics. Kennard's professional reputation and proven track record of fitting into various team cultures make him an ideal addition for a franchise with championship aspirations. As the Lakers push toward the playoffs, this trade represents an attempt to address their most glaring weakness without sacrificing long-term flexibility, a balancing act that could define their season's success. The front office has managed to improve the roster while maintaining the financial flexibility necessary to pursue bigger moves in the future, positioning the Lakers to compete now while keeping options open. With the NBA trade deadline now in the rearview mirror, the Los Angeles Lakers have shifted their focus to the buyout market, where several intriguing players could become available to bolster their roster. The franchise completed its deadline business by acquiring sharpshooter Luke Kennard, but an open roster spot remains, creating an opportunity to add one more piece to their championship puzzle. The buyout market has historically provided the Lakers with valuable contributors, though results have varied significantly depending on the player and circumstances. Among the most compelling names potentially available is Cam Thomas, an explosive scoring guard who has built his reputation as a prolific bucket getter capable of igniting offensive runs. Thomas averages 15.2 points per game throughout his career, demonstrating consistent scoring ability that could address the Lakers' significant bench scoring deficiencies. His skill set centers around creating his own shot and providing instant offense when called upon, exactly the type of spark that Los Angeles desperately needs from its second unit. However, concerns exist about the other aspects of Thomas's game, as he has never established himself as a reliable playmaker or defender at the NBA level. The question surrounding Thomas involves whether his scoring prowess can translate effectively to a contending team environment. Throughout his career, he has never produced his impressive scoring numbers while playing for a legitimate championship contender, raising legitimate questions about how his game might adapt to a reduced role alongside established stars. The Lakers currently field one of the worst scoring benches in the entire league, a glaring weakness that has hampered their ability to maintain leads when starters rest. Adding Thomas would immediately inject much-needed offensive firepower into the second unit, though his defensive limitations could create problems in crucial playoff situations. Another strong candidate is Haywood Highsmith, a versatile 3-and-D wing who spent the past 4 seasons with the Miami Heat organization. Highsmith embodies the type of player championship teams covet, a defender capable of guarding multiple positions while providing reliable three-point shooting on the offensive end. His time in Miami's renowned culture has prepared him for the rigors of high-level competition, ensuring that he will arrive in excellent physical condition and maintain maximum effort during every minute on the floor. Over the past 2 seasons, Highsmith has converted at least 38% of his three-point attempts, demonstrating the shooting consistency that the Lakers desperately need. The primary concern with Highsmith centers on his availability, as he has not appeared in any games this season due to a torn meniscus that required surgical repair. However, recent reports indicate that he has already progressed to participating in 5-on-5 scrimmages and appears close to receiving full medical clearance. Assuming his knee has fully healed and he can return to his previous form, Highsmith potentially checks more boxes for the Lakers' specific needs than any other available option. The combination of perimeter defense and three-point shooting addresses the team's 2 most pressing weaknesses simultaneously. Lonzo Ball represents an intriguing possibility despite the significant injury concerns that have derailed his career trajectory. Ball missed 2 full seasons due to serious knee problems that required multiple surgical procedures, fundamentally altering his athletic profile. While he no longer possesses the explosive athleticism that defined his early career, Ball retains the high basketball IQ and defensive instincts that made him valuable. His ability to defend multiple positions and facilitate ball movement could still provide meaningful contributions, particularly if he can rediscover any semblance of his previous shooting form. Chris Boucher offers another potential option as a high-energy big man who provides weak-side rim protection and floor spacing ability. At his peak, Boucher combined defensive activity with the capability to stretch defenses beyond the three-point line, creating valuable lineup versatility. His current season has not showcased that same level of production, but a change of scenery to a championship contender might reignite his performance. While Boucher lacks the physical presence to dominate in the paint, he could serve a situational role for the Lakers in specific matchups where his skill set provides advantages. Finally, Matisse Thybulle emerges as the best pure perimeter defender potentially available if the Portland Trail Blazers decide to buy out his contract. The Lakers have shown previous interest in acquiring Thybulle, recognizing his elite defensive abilities despite his offensive limitations. His three-point shooting remains below average, but the Lakers could offer him a more significant role than most other contending teams, potentially making Los Angeles an attractive destination. The decision ultimately hinges on whether Portland decides to release Thybulle or retain him through the remainder of the season. The newest member of the Los Angeles Lakers roster has shared his immediate reaction to being traded from the Atlanta Atlanta Hawks, with sharpshooter Luke Kennard revealing his excitement about joining one of basketball's most storied franchises. The veteran guard appeared on ESPN Los Angeles radio to discuss the trade that sends him back to the city where he previously played for the Clippers, creating a homecoming of sorts for the elite three-point specialist. His enthusiasm was evident as he spoke about the opportunity to compete on one of the sport's biggest stages alongside some of the greatest players ever to play the game. Kennard's comments reflected genuine excitement about donning the purple and gold uniform, emphasizing the magnitude of playing for the Lakers organization. He specifically mentioned the thrill of returning to Los Angeles and representing the Lakers brand, which carries immense historical significance and global recognition. The opportunity to play alongside legendary talents presents a unique chapter in his career, as he joins a team with championship aspirations and a roster featuring established superstars. This represents Kennard's 5th NBA franchise, bringing accumulated experience from stops with the Detroit Pistons, Los Angeles Clippers, Memphis Grizzlies, and Atlanta Hawks. The Lakers pursued Kennard specifically to address their glaring deficiency in three-point shooting, an area where the team has struggled throughout the current campaign. Kennard enters the organization as the league's leader in three-point shooting percentage, converting an astounding 49.7% of his attempts from beyond the arc. This elite marksmanship represents exactly what Los Angeles has been searching for, as their inability to consistently knock down open three-pointers has hampered offensive efficiency and created spacing problems. Kennard's arrival should theoretically open up driving lanes for the team's penetrators and create more balanced offensive attack options. Prior to his Lakers debut against the Golden State Warriors, Kennard carried a questionable designation on the injury report, creating some uncertainty about his availability for the highly anticipated matchup. However, team officials ultimately cleared him to participate, paving the way for his first appearance in Lakers colors against their longtime rival. The absence of superstar guard Luka Doncic due to a hamstring strain potentially creates expanded minutes for Kennard, allowing him to make an immediate impact and demonstrate his value to the coaching staff and his new teammates. The trade that brought Kennard to Los Angeles involved sending veteran guard Gabe Vincent and a second-round draft pick to the Atlanta Hawks, a relatively modest price for acquiring the league's most accurate three-point shooter. Both players involved in the exchange are playing on expiring contracts, ensuring that the Lakers maintain their crucial salary cap flexibility heading into the summer months. Even more advantageous for Los Angeles, Kennard's contract carries a slightly lower salary figure than Vincent's deal, creating additional financial breathing room that could prove valuable in the buyout market or future roster construction. This financial flexibility allows the Lakers to potentially add another player from the buyout market without jeopardizing their long-term salary cap positioning. General Manager Rob Pelinka has demonstrated a pattern of making calculated moves that address immediate needs while preserving future options, and this transaction fits that established blueprint perfectly. The Lakers retain their ability to pursue major roster changes during the offseason, while simultaneously improving their current championship chances through Kennard's addition. Looking beyond the immediate impact, Kennard's arrival could have significant ramifications for how opposing defenses approach the Lakers. Teams can no longer ignore Lakers shooters on the perimeter, as Kennard must be tightly contested on every possession given his extraordinary accuracy. This defensive attention should create more driving opportunities for playmakers and open up the offense in ways that have been unavailable this season. The coaching staff will need to design sets that maximize Kennard's movement shooting while leveraging his underrated passing ability to keep defenses off balance. Front office. Kennard's acquisition represents the type of surgical roster improvement that contending teams often make, adding a proven specialist who fills a glaring need without disrupting team chemistry or future flexibility. As he prepares for his Lakers debut, Kennard brings both elite shooting and veteran experience to a team hoping to make a deep playoff run.